if you've gone through a big change, this will really resonate with you, that everything changed and yet you're more yourself than you ever thought possible or you ever knew you could be. Why is that? Why is it that we can go through big changes? You know, we can change countries, we can change jobs, we can change partners, we can be unrecognizable to ourselves and to other people. And yet we can feel like we are more ourselves than we've ever been in our lives. And that kind of, it's really about the way things accumulate on us, you know. We're a bit like stones, you know, and we do gather moss. But it's not the green stuff, it's the moss of familiarity. It's the cliche of the first time you drive to your house, you notice everything. You notice the shops, you notice the trees, you notice the turns in the road, you notice everything. But if you've lived in the same place for 20 years, you don't notice so much. Because we become familiar. And it's the same with ourselves. We get used to the way we are, or the way we think we are. And then, whether it's done consciously or not, life comes in with the big broom or the big plow and just rips up anything that's not true, or anything that's not, that you don't need for your growth in consciousness. It just gets rid of it. It's ruthless. It's terrifying. You know, particularly if you're very happy. You've got a happy little house, a happy little partner, happy whatever, and you're interested in the spiritual life, there's always the possibility that life will just come in and remove things. I mean, that happens to people anyway, and often it's the removal, the shocking removal of things that acts as a catalyst to begin the process of change. But if you are conscious of it, then you kind of know things can change. Things can change in a heartbeat. But the upside of that is when things are removed, you can get to see yourself anew. And you get to see new parts of yourself, because under the protection of the familiar, we grow. Growth happens. And when we grow, and when it's removed, then we see how much we've grown underneath that. And it's beautiful. So this is the sort of statement that's made by someone who's gone through the big change. And they go, everything's different. I'm in a different country. I've had this myself. I've been, you know, almost overnight. I was in a different country, and it was a whole different setup. Very disorienting. But I grew into it, and I grew into seeing different parts of myself, and that's happened to me a good few times. They call it, what do they call it? Shamanic death. I've heard it called that as well. And it's just where different parts of you die away. But when they do that, you get new growth, and that's beautiful.